Aquarius, happy birthday. Welcome to my channel. Hope y'all are doing great and had a great birthday month. I have a sister who's an Aquarius. Love her so much. Boy, can she talk too. Hard to keep up with it. So Aquarius, this is going to be your reading. And every Thursday, you'll have your reading posted. If you want to see the rest of the signs and what I'll be posting those in case you're intending to cross watch, you can open the description box and you'll see my schedule there. You'll also find the link to my website, tangibletruthstarot.com. You can use the link below in the description box or go straight to my website if you'd like to book a personal reading. Let's see. So we'll be pulling 3 cards plus an overall energy card for you, and then I'll clarify each of those. I'm going to start using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and we'll clarify with the Witch's Tarot, okay? So Aquarius, let's see what kind of messages are coming out for you today. Give it a couple of more shuffles. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, notifications, select all, so that you make sure that you get notified when I post these readings. All right, here we go. This will be for the week of February 14th through the 20th. Aquarius. One more shuffle, we'll cut the deck. Aquarius, let's see what your messages are for today, this week, whenever you view the video. That's when it's meant for you. All right, Aquarius, your first card up. You've got the 4 of Wands. Woo, woo. Second card up is the World. Okay, all right. Third card, 5 of Cups in the reverse. I like it. I like it a lot. Overall energy is the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, the 3 of Cups. Hey, 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 I'm going to put this deck right here just so that you can see that bottom of the deck card. Well, well, Aquarius, what have you been planning? Reunion of some kind? A get together? So my intuitive instinct here when I see these cards is that there is a celebratory event of some kind that is fixing to take place here. And I say fixing to because the World card is right there behind it, meaning it's going to happen anytime now, or has happened, at least in the very recent past. There was a celebratory event, and that event now planning, coming to fruition, completing, has come full circle. Now look, I don't know the backstory behind this just yet, so we'll get the clarifier deck and we will get more information for you. But it certainly appears as though a wedding, a get together, a birthday party, a, who knows, give it a name, baby shower, something like that, has been in the works. And there has been an ending now to those plans. 5 of Cups there in the reverse. I like to see that. Now, I'm a little bit suspicious of it. I don't want to say this is all a butterflies and rainbows story just yet. And I say that because I see the 5 of Cups is there. Now, it's currently in the reverse, so that's definitely a more positive outlook. It's fading. So the 5 of Cups being sort of that spilt milk, regretful energy. And in that card, in the upright, you know, it depicts somebody who's looking at 3 cups that has spilt over, and they are feeling very regretful. Like, man, I wish that didn't happen. And they're so despondent about it that they don't notice that there are still 2 cups in the background that are upward. So unfortunately, there are other opportunities there, but they can't, they're just so, you know, in their head and grief stricken about it that they can't even see that. Now in the reverse, the energy is still there. The 5 of Cups card came out, so the energy is still there, but it is dissipating, that regretful feeling about that. So is it possible, here's a scenario, is it possible that there was a celebratory event that was being planned and it fell through? And that was recent. And although there is some grief about that, it is starting to dissipate. Now, the overall energy is the 7 of Cups here, right? So in the upright, there's a whole bunch of options here. And the individual or individuals involved in this situation were seeking to pick the best cup for them, the right cup. So in the upright, if you look at this, there's all kinds of emotional comforts up in here, but they're not all good choices, right? Some of them definitely would lead you down the wrong path, but the person is trying to choose one. And in doing that, right, perhaps they chose the wrong option, or perhaps in looking at their options in the past or recently, they came to the conclusion that really none of these are good options, and they're reconsidering now the whole event or the whole planning of the event. So we're going to, like I said, get more information. The bottom of the deck is this Three of Cups. Now, right behind it is the Hierophant, and right behind that is the Nine of Swords. I certainly feel like something kind of went awry with this reunion. This is clearly a card that depicts people coming together to celebrate, very much like that Four of Wands, only, you know, this is the group actually lifting their cups and they're all excited and basically partying it up. And it is associated directly behind that is the Hierophant, which would be a commitment. And directly behind that is the Nine of Swords. This is a whole lot of worry, grief. It's keeping them up all night. So Aquarius, maybe, you know, this wasn't necessarily your event. You could have been attending something like this or planning to, and then got news or heard that perhaps it had been squashed or called off, perhaps. So let's clarify, right? Let's get down, let's spill the tea a little bit, and find out what's going on here. Cross watchers, if you're here watching for an Aquarius, then just know, you know, these messages could apply to you. It really is the collective strongest energy that's present. So, you know, put it where it fits. If it's not resonating with you at all, that's okay too. It's just not your week. And it's not your reading for the week. Nope, no big deal. Check your next one, or check your sun, moon, and rising sign readings that I have posted already for the week. See if those are closer to your story. All right, let's take a look at this Four of Wands for Aquarius. All right, one card, please. I got angel spirits. Why is the Four of Wands here? Four of Wands for Aquarius. What is this Four of Wands? Why is it here? Four of Wands, please. Four of Wands, one card, please. Oh, there we go. Wants to come. Seven of Wands. Okay, it looks like somebody has had to stand their ground about something. This is a very defensive position. So the decision about this circumstance was the result of, you can see this person feels like they have to stand their ground, stand up for something, was the result of that effort to say, this is how I feel. And I'm not budging on it, right? I am just not going to budge. At the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Talk about that more in a minute. So Seven of Wands, as I said, it is a challenge. And sometimes it's a little bit stubborn energy. You know, it could depict one person as feeling very stubborn and not willing to move or budge on an issue. Then again, it could also depict somebody who is feeling very passionate about their feelings, and they're not being stubborn, but they have a sense of conviction behind it. And this is how I feel, and that's the way it is. Now, it's Wands. So could you be dealing with a fire sign here who's involved in this decision? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, sure. But I'm not really focusing on the signs so much. It's more about the energy behind that card. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So in the upright, this is definitely sort of the holding on and coveting something tangible, something that this person feels is very valuable in their life. It's not really an emotional card as much as it is in their mind, they feel that what they have is so valuable that they just don't want to let go of it for any reason. Nobody's going to take this from me. You can see them sitting on that chest, and they're not budging. Again, 7 of Wands, stubborn kind of energy, right? But in the reverse, this person no longer finds it to be so valuable, and they're releasing it. It's very much a vibe of, let's just say this was a marriage, okay? We'll just use that for an example. It's very much of a person saying, I don't really care how much this cost or how much money I could possibly lose out on or have to give up on. The money is not the deal. The money is not where I find value anymore. It's not even part of my decision. It's something else. There's another reason that I'm making this call here, this decision, and I'm standing my ground on it. Even if I have to give up and let go of perhaps things that I put money into, that I spent money on to host this wedding, if that's the case, right? That's the vibe I get with that 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like, just let it go. And this person in the 7 of Wands is certainly sticking to their guns on it. So let's take a look at that World card now. And see what it has to say, Spirit has to say about the conclusion, the closure of this cycle. Sometimes too, the World card is related to travel. So it may be that, there would have been travel required to pull this shindig off. And so that just became too difficult too. So let's take a look and get more information. Father God, Angel Spirits, why is the World card here in the upright for Aquarius? Can you tell me about this World? One card, please, for the World. One card, please, for the World. Why is it here? The Ace of Swords in the reverse, and you have the King of Cups in the upright. Now you've got a player here at the bottom of the deck. So judgment call. Okay, now we've got another player here who's made a judgment call. Let's start with the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords in the upright. This is the pinnacle, right? The beginning of an idea, a plan, and it's something that you're speaking or sharing or telling with others. It could be news or information that's come to you about this plan. It is sort of that aha moment, and it cuts through any kind of cloudiness or chaos, right? In the reverse, it could very well be that this was not something, if somebody said this was something that they wanted, let's just put it that way, they proclaimed an intention and put it out there. This was something that was not truthful. It was not truthful. It was false information, or not cloaked in the best light. Let's put it that way. Half truths or sort of truths. So what is that all about? Well, you've got the King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, and also following that, you've got the Judgment. Oh gosh, I got to pull the third one. At the bottom of the deck following that is the Judgment, and then there is also the Justice card, okay? The Justice card. So this person, I feel strongly, is a major decider in this circumstance. Now, the King of Cups in the upright is operating from a very emotionally controlled place. And they are or have had placed on them a judgment, which is, well, calling it for how they see it. Let's just put it that way. Some people would say judgment, it's a second chance, it's resurrecting. But from what I can see here, if that is the intention, if this King of Cups now comes forward, and has decided, well, I know in the past that I said I wanted this, but I really don't, with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. They are making that judgment call known, and they are doing it from an upright place. They are. Meaning emotionally stable, speaking from the heart. They're not pouring their emotions out, but they're speaking from what's inside their heart. And then there's the Justice card. So this is the legal deal about it, right? Divorce, perhaps that's what they want. Or perhaps they come and they say, I told everybody that I really didn't want to get married, but I actually do. And perhaps that's why the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. They weren't being honest at the time about what was really in their heart. It just came out of their mouth because they were behaving stubbornly about something, and that Seven of Wands, and it came out abruptly, and they were being stubborn for some reason. Feeling defensive, and so they said, "No, I didn't want that. I'm not getting married." And then they turn around and then they say, "That's not really how I felt." So that's not really the way I felt. I know I said that, but that's not really the way I meant it to sound. I really would like a formal marriage, or contract or celebratory event around something of that nature. Okay. So that's very interesting. That King of Cups, he is in the upright now. So it may have taken him a minute, right, to come around to being able to speak on that. Who's the King of Cups? I'll just give you the signs in case you really want to know that. If there's somebody in your life that is a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces energy or person, maybe that's helpful to you, Aquarius. Maybe that's just how you're feeling right now. Like, you need to clear the air about something that came out that everybody kind of caught everybody by surprise with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. What? That wasn't necessarily the whole picture, the whole enchilada. Okay, Five of Cups in reverse. Why is that here for Aquarius? Tell me about this Five of Cups. Oops, too many. That's a whole 900 cards here. Why is this Five of Cups in reverse? There we go. That one wants to come. And you've got the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. So this has definitely resulted in what would have been the coming together of two people now separated. And this doesn't have to be a love relationship. Let's just say this person was involved in planning an event of any kind. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, but their partnership with whoever was with them planning this, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, wife, spouse, whoever, has suffered a split because of it. Okay. With the Five of Cups in the reverse, although that regretfulness about however that came out, truthful or untruthful at the time, there was regret about speaking it, because I think it came from a place of defensiveness, perhaps feeling even vulnerable more than it did from being honest about how they really felt on the inside. Let's take a look at the Seven of Cups in reverse now. Okay, Aquarius, Seven of Cups in reverse. What's the option, the choice here that was influencing this situation? This Seven of Cups in reverse. Tell me about it. Go. Strength in reverse. And bottom of the deck is, there it is, the Hierophant now in the reverse. There's that commitment. The commitment and celebratory that we saw here in the upright is now here in the reverse. And directly behind that is the Devil in the reverse. Yes. So I can definitely see that there was a release of a formal, I don't know, the cards are just screaming it, y'all. This looks like a marriage. This looks like a marriage. And it looks like perhaps there was a fight, a blow up, somebody got defensive, somebody did something rash, had a whole lot of regret about it, because the fallout definitely left this person not feeling like they had the strength to go forward any farther. This could be a Leo, right? Part of the circumstance, if you know a Leo, but this individual And their other counterpart in that Two of Cups no longer felt strong enough to continue on here. It left them feeling very weak, very vulnerable. And perhaps sometimes I can tell you this. Strength card in the upright is somebody who is capable of balancing out courage as well as sharing their emotions and tempering that with vulnerability and compassion, right? In the reverse, this is somebody that shoots off half-cocked, okay? As my grandpa would say, don't go running off half-cocked, meaning, you know, angry or out of control. Don't go do something that you're going to regret in the Five of Cups based on how you're feeling right now. So it appears as though that may have been something that actually occurred, and taking that back now, right? Or reversing course on that now is not looking to be something that's going to happen. And I hate delivering those kinds of rough messages, Aquarius. Maybe this, God, I hope this is just somebody that you know, it's not your story, because having to show these cards and deliver those messages is difficult for any reader. So my condolences if you're going through something difficult like this and that happened to you. The good news though, look, there is some good news here. The devil is behind this commitment here, only it's in the reversal now. So meaning that whatever toxic, you know, actions or activities was going on here, and it, you know, whenever that devil card shows up, it can be alcohol, drugs, it can be codependency, it can be being controlling in an environment. It can signify anything that is overdone to the extreme degree that you're attached to, that you're having a difficulty, or they're having, I'll just say them, that they're having a difficulty managing in a healthy way, right? So with it in the reverse, the good news is that it has eliminated a lot of toxic energy and behavior between the two in this relationship. Either this was a good, unfortunate event, this information that came out that changed everything. And I say good because I think it did, you know, cut that devil energy out, at least for the time being. There's no more of that behavior going on between the two parties involved here. So there's always that silver lining, I say, at the end of the tunnel. Let's take a look at an oracle card message for you. I'm going to use the Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. I love this deck so much. And I have shared with everyone the synchronicities with this deck has just been crazy good. But beyond that, even if it's not synchronistic to the reading, the messages that are delivered for guidance are beautiful. They're really, really gorgeous. All right, so I'm just going to give it another shuffle. We'll cut the deck and see what guidance more choose cards can give you. Okay, here we go. This deck. Okay. Here we go. Okay, your first message here at the top of the deck is Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Strength card in the reverse. See the other person, you see the Seven of Cups there, that illusionary with compassion. All right, sometimes that is hard to do, Aquarius, especially if this is something that happened to you and caught you by surprise. It can be a real challenge. If it is you, right, who's had to speak a truth, but maybe when you did, it wasn't really truthful and it resulted in a whole bunch of stuff going down. Okay, just know being in this defensive energy any longer certainly isn't going to improve that. You'll definitely want to take a moment, right? Bring some grace to the situation, listening, have compassion, right? Okay, bottom of the deck, you've got Xana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So, Aquarius, those are your messages for this week. I do hope you'll join me again next week on Thursday for your weekly reading. If you liked this reading, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and please share the video, and of course use the subscribe button. It really helps to support the channel, zero cost to you. Even if you're thumbs down in the video, that's okay. Leave a comment, share your thoughts. We can all learn from each other around here, and it's all viewership that I take to heart and can actually really benefit from. So don't be afraid to use any of those. And so until next time, Aquarius, take care and have a good week.